right, so here today we have dev notes. Yay! As promised, I went through everything kind of. I have an idea of what this is, so I wanted to at least spoil it so I know if it's a good one or a bad one. Seems pretty decent. Message from the development team, and then again the name. Hello players, how are you doing? It seems that, also like and subscribe helps out a ton. Appreciate it. Hello players, how are you doing? It seems that the summer heat is coming in earnest. It's a story that comes up every year, but this summer is expected to be hotter than usual and a lot of rain. Players be careful, or please be careful not to get heat stroke due to the intense heat. Also, yeah, stay safe out there. There's like a heat wave across half the US, so if you are in any of the areas affected, stay safe, all right, stay safe. But that's there. Also, I hope there's no damage due to heavy rain in the rainy season. Again, that's more so I think for Japan, right? But let me just see if Global has their dev notes, because they might. Sometimes they publish it at the same time. Nope, dev notes 02. So they have not published dev notes on Global. So we'll just use the JP ones, right? So we'll read through all this. I would be happy if you enjoyed the 4th anniversary, which is about to end, celebrating it, and all the gratitude from the players. Thank you again, all this. Pretty cool, pretty cool. In this developer note, we will inform you about the improvements that is reflected in future updates, as well as content that is currently being prepared. Let's check it out, all right? First one. Difficulty adjustment for the NIDHOGG Beast Battle. Yes, it's been more than 5 months since the first Beast Battle, or 4th Beast Battle, which is NIDHOGG. Since monster battles are positioned as top-level capture content, after the first update we focused on the enjoyment of various challenges to explore the capture, and after waiting for a certain period of time, characters specialized in capture content and monsters, I gradually lowered the hurdles for battle play. In addition, we are operating with the aim to, of expanding the supply and demand of dedicated holding materials. However, in the case of NIDHOGG, due to the character skill concept that is useful for capture, NIDHOGG's capture hurdles could not be greatly reduced. Okay? Therefore, although some players or some time has passed since the NIDHOGG update, we believe that many players still find it difficult to conquer NIDHOGG and obtain the special sacred items. First off, you have to know that Netmarble has the stats. They have the stats of who actually competes in NIDHOGG, and it is crazy how bad NIDHOGG is. Okay, really, like, there is an insane amount of players that don't even like play NIDHOGG. For example, I'm one of them. I don't play NIDHOGG. I don't give a crap. I farm the first stage and I give it for the day. So if I'm not even doing it, I farm Skull and Hottie. So probably about 60-70% of the community farms Skull and Hottie properly. 30% may not get to it or just doesn't really care for it in that capacity. But NIDHOGG, I'm telling you, it's 20%, 30% that actually farms it or cares for it, and that's 2 is pushing it. Correct? People just can't beat it, can't compete in it. It's hell. All right. But in order to reduce the difficulty and fatigue of such NEDHOGG capture, or of the capture, probably that's what it says, in the next update, we plan to adjust some of the difficulty of this beast. NIDHOGG's balance adjustment is similar to the past monster battles. While maintaining the core strategy, we are currently preparing to alleviate the factors associated with excessive fatigue and luck in specific sections. First, to explain in more detail, I was looking for a skill with a specific effect. We are planning to adjust the difficulty of gauges that appear in Phase 3 on the 1st floor and Phase 1 on the 3rd floor. Okay, especially in Phase 1 on the 3rd floor, at the same time as breaking the hidden pattern for the subsequent phase capture, we plan to focus on alleviating the fatigue of having to repeatedly wait to collect specific 3-star cards. In the case of the 3rd floor, there are various patterns, so the risk of failure is high. Reduce the situation where you have to wait until a specific card, regardless of the strategy from the first phase in strategy process. We are planning to adjust this so that you can proceed with a more comfortable strategy. In addition to reducing the harmful effects that occurred in the special pattern on the 2nd floor and adjusting the number of continuous turns, we are planning to reorganize so that you can challenge onto the 3rd floor a little more easily. Right? And was it some players are steadily sending us their opinions. The addition of a new character specializing in clearing the monster battle is also a bit slow. We are currently considering it internally, and we'll do our best to inform you for future dev notes. What? The addition of a new character specializing in clearing the... So does that mean Tyr is not the NIDHOGG unit? No freaking way. He's not the NIDHOGG unit, is he? Because look at the way they're saying it, right? The addition of a new character specializing in clearing the monster battle of NIDHOGG is also a bit slow. We are currently considering it internally. We'll do our best to inform you through future developer notes. Does that mean we're not gonna get it? Okay. Somebody read that for me and let me know what you think. But But yes, the nerfs seem pretty good. It'll make it easier to farm. That's their whole purpose of it, because they're gonna unlock the fact that you can permanently farm it. So for what it is, I mean, again, I don't compete anything beyond and above. I combine the word, but I don't compete with anything above floor 1. So to me, it doesn't matter. I don't understand much of that beyond it. I haven't even looked at it. I don't care. So personally, floor 1 is not that hard when you have that full patience team, but it does make it easier, alleviating the fact that you need 3-star cards. So it'll be easier, but beyond that, let me know if the buff is actually, or rather the nerf is actually anything. But yeah, Hero Arena improvements regarding the new content of Hero Arena, which was unveiled then. Many players sent us their impressions and opinions. You can feel the new fun of defeating multiple defense teams one by one instead of existing boss battle PVE. We also receive feedback that is good to be able to use various combinations that have been cultivated so far. However, the attack method of the defense team of Knighthood's battle is brought as it is, and the degree of fatigue of the play is high. We also receive feedback that they need to improve the league difficulty, challenge methods, and rewards. We would like to tell you about the improvements that account for the majority of the feedback. They'll be reflected in the next season's update. The priority we are preparing for improvements is to reduce fatigue when playing, okay? For the content that must be progressed within a week, which is not a short time, we are planning to improve it so that there is less time or less fatigue, okay? They repeat the same thing like 10 times. First of all, we plan to improve it so that the players can choose to proceed to the next round while clearing each defense team, which is good. If you clear one defense team, you'll automatically advance to the next round without interruption, improving the existing progress method where you had to play without rest and dispersing the fatigue that occurs during the attack process, which is much better. We are planning to make it possible to progress while letting it go. Okay. In addition, the formation of the defensive team that was finally cleared in this process is saved after playing playing another content. We plan to support it so that you can take over and proceed with the strategy. Yeah. Next, we plan to improve the handling of defeat when forcibly terminated during play. Hero Arena is not a content that competes with other players, but a strategy content in order to prevent situations where unintentionally initialization is required due to unreasonable exhaustion of attack opportunities due to problems such as communication environment. We plan to improve it so that you can play again in the battle state before the end, just like when you were forced to end in normal PvE content. In addition, we are also preparing to improve the reward system for league challenges and the inconvenience related to the league reset operation schedule that we were aware of internally, and will improve this in the future. Since it's newly there, I mean, I guess it's not that bad. What they're fixing could be good. I understand the first one, but what the fudge does this mean? Okay, we'll just go with it. But I understand the first one, making it much better. That second one, I'll read it again later, but I had no idea what that meant. But about RAGNAROK update, there are matters that we need to ask the players for their approval in advance regarding the content of future updates. We'll let you know in the developer notes. The update for the end of June will be applied soon as scheduled for RAGNAROK, which we kind of know. First, they have this also. However, due to the unexpected troubles of the chapter development and resource production schedule, this RAGNAROK update will inevitably be excluded from the new chapter update. We know the chapter story is part that many people are interested in each monthly update. I apologize for not being able to promise to reveal the RAGNAROK chapter earlier in this year's New Year's greeting. In particular, even though it is an original story, I know that many people are interested in the story of RAGNAROK, so I feel even more sorry. The next RAGNAROK update is sure to bring something that players will love. Please understand that we are preparing to secure a sufficient amount of chapters to be unveiled. In the update in June, along with the battle adjustment for the NIDHOGG, they're going to open up the memories of the underworld will open in the Tower of Tree, which I told you would happen. What? In newly unveiled underground exchange, we plan to add some important sacred materials for each monster battle. So we're not getting a RAGNAROK chapter? Is that the way they're saying it here? The only key thing you get in a RAGNAROK update is a chapter, and you're not going to get the RAGNAROK chapter for June. That's what you're telling me. So far, okay, this is fine. I like this change for Hero Arena. That's good. The nerfs are good, but that you're gonna remove the key. You only release one thing for RAGNAROK. You release one thing. One thing. That's literally all you ever give. What? Okay, but this is cool, I guess. Some other materials. So, wow, we're not gonna get a chapter for the month. You release one thing during RAGNAROK. One thing, and you can't release that. Okay. Finally, I would like to tell you about the new content that is being prepared. It's going to be a promise, and it's going to take like 2 years to get. That's what always happens. Through the 4th anniversary, after showing the Hero Arena that I mentioned in the previous developer note, there are many things that need to be arranged, such as worrying about whether to convey new fun to players. I would like to briefly tell you about the direction that we're heading on the other stuff. We're preparing two new types. I can't speak today, bro. 2 new types of content, PVE and PvP. First of all, we are preparing a new mode for Monster Battle, which is a top-level capture content in PvE. Since August 2009. 2009. Okay. When we showed the Monster Battle for the first time, many players... Dude, damn, I did not know this game was 10 years old. What the fudge? Wow. They showed captures like beasts like NIDHOGG, which still require fairly high difficulty. Many of the players have appeared so far lowered the hurdles of the beast battle. At the same time, we have confirmed that many people successfully challenged and conquered monster battles at a considerable speed. The new new mode of beast warfare, which is currently being prepared, is a special mode that opened at specific intervals. It is based on existing monster battles. In addition, a new monster battle mode is being prepared with the concept of capturing stages that are comprised of multiple existing monsters. In this new mode, we plan to support you to select and acquire the missing goods at the exclusive exchange that will open during a certain period of time. We hope that there will be an event where players can find new strategies and combinations of characters based on the strategies of existing monster battles. Next up is new PvP content. Currently supplementing the champion decision match of the Fight Festival, which is held regularly, we are preparing a new PvP to provide a new way to enjoy Visal Fight Festival, which will be held in the same way for a long time, which has been held, right? The challenge hurdles are low compared to the championship match, which has progressed mainly for some of the top players. We're thinking about the direction of applying new rules so they can utilize various combinations that are different from existing character combinations. This new content is being prepared in such a way that it does not overlap with the existing champion match. We believe that players will be concerned about fatigue, and when we release new content that we're preparing in the future after the 4th anniversary update of this, I needed a lot of playtime. Therefore, we plan to release a new content that is currently being prepared after careful consideration so that we can adjust the update schedule and management method, taking into account the fatigue level of players. We are preparing new content to be unveiled as soon as possible. So they didn't even describe it, did they? They dodged the way of describing what it actually is. Right? Yeah, so this is what they always do when they first announce a thing. Like, they gave you more of an idea of what to expect in the PvE content, but they don't, like, have an idea what to do for PvP. They just want to give you some information. It's as if they didn't give us any sort of answer what that actually is, right? This, you kind of understand what this new beast thing is. You clear beast, there's more beast, you fight the beast with existing beasts in the game. Pretty simple. That's understandable. The PvP thing, they give you no idea, but it's cool. They're working on PvE and PvP content after Hero Arena. That is pretty hyped, in my opinion, though people will say otherwise. Because, remember, I expected after Hero Arena, they have nothing. They don't need to give you anything more because they'll wait like a year before they give you something additional. But they are working on some Beast content, which would be cool. It's a PvP content. Hopefully it doesn't suck. It's all right, in my opinion. But the biggest of the century, how are you not ready? How are you not ready with a RAGNAROK update? How? Like, genuinely, how? But, okay. Again, some pretty decent changes over here to Hero Arena, and just the nerfs over here for NIDHOGG. I would say this is like the most mid dev notes in a while. It's just mid. There's some great changes, some great things, but it's overshadowed by the crap among it. And again, sort of, if you will, empty promises, but sometimes they do follow through with some of their stuff, so I can't really say empty promises, but, you know, it is what it is. But you let me know what you think about this dev notes. Very much a weird one, an awkward one, but yeah, I genuinely don't know. So thanks for watching. Peace out and enjoy. That's been it for me.